So is the Ghanaian traditional wedding any cheaper than the white wedding? Can I choose not to wear a white wedding gown to my white wedding? Does the Adowa dance evoke evil spirits? Today I'm going to share with you the differences between the Ghanaian traditional wedding and the white wedding and dissolve some of the misconceptions surrounding these two ceremonies. If you're getting married soon or know somebody who's getting married soon, you want to watch this video to the very end because I can guarantee you that you will learn something new in this video. So let's start with the key differences between the two ceremonies. The first and most obvious being the difference in attire or outfits. So usually inside of the white wedding, the bride will be expected to wear a white wedding gown or a white dress, and the groom will also be expected to wear a formal suit. However, in the Ghanaian traditional wedding, specifically in the Akan tribe, the bride will usually be seen in an outfit made out of a fabric called kente, which is our celebratory fabric. It's a colorful fabric that usually the groom will also wear, and several members of the family will also be seen wearing. The second difference is the difference in rings. So in the Ghanaian traditional wedding, the bride will usually only wear the wedding ring with the stone, which in the Western culture is referred to as the engagement ring. However, in the white wedding, it's a little bit different because the bride would have been proposed to already. She will already be wearing her engagement ring. And then on the day of the wedding, they will both also wear wedding bands. The third difference is the sequence of events. If you haven't watched last week's video, I will link it in the description below so that you can click and watch that video to get a better understanding of what the sequence of events in a Ghanaian traditional wedding is. But in summary, there's the introduction, there's the kokoko, there's the main wedding itself, and then there's the blessing. In the white wedding, it's a little different. So usually the groom will propose to the bride somewhere really nice, maybe in a nice restaurant next to the Eiffel Tower or something romantic like that. And if the bride says yes, then the engagement ring will be exchanged with her. And then they'll start to make plans towards their wedding day. Now, on the wedding day itself, the sequence of events are also different. With the Ghanaian traditional wedding, the bride is usually the last to arrive at the ceremony. Whereas with the white wedding, the bride usually initiates the wedding ceremony. The fourth difference is the pronouncements. So usually inside of the white wedding, once the bride and the groom have exchanged their vows, they will then be pronounced husband and wife. The groom will unveil the bride and a very passionate kiss will be shared. However, in the Ghanaian traditional wedding setting, things are a little bit different. It is uncommon to see a bride come in a wedding veil. And when her consent is sought and she says yes, then usually they will just share a hug. No passionate kisses at a Ghanaian traditional wedding. The second thing I want to talk about are some of the myths and misconceptions surrounding the two ceremonies. The first and most ridiculous I've heard so far is that the Adowa dance is evil or evokes evil spirits. Guys, in Ghana, we have so many expressive dance performances like the Panlogo, the Abaja, the Kete, the Apatampa, and all of these that have been handed over from generation to generation. Now, among all the traditional dances in the country, the one which is commonly performed at most events, and particularly in the south of Ghana, is the Adowa dance. And I'm going to give you a little bit of history so that you better understand how we came about this dance. Folklore has it that in ancient Ashanti Kingdom, one of the queen mothers was very ill. And at that time, if you were very ill and we couldn't find a cure for your illness, the normal thing to do would be to sacrifice an animal to the gods. Hear me out, guys. So the warriors were sent into the forest to go find a royal antelope. A royal antelope is known as Adowa in the Akan dialect and is also known as Otri in the Fanti language. Now, when the warriors went into the forest, they searched and couldn't find a royal antelope to capture and bring back to the village. But eventually, on their way back to the village, they saw a royal antelope and were so mesmerized by the movements of that antelope that they started to mimic the animal. So the Adoa dance is actually a mimicking of the antelope. So just like any of the other dances that you guys are mimicking on TikTok and Instagram and wherever, the Adoa dance was brought into the Ashanti kingdom and the women perfected the dance. The second myth or misconception is that you have to wear your wedding ring on the fourth finger of your left hand, because the Romans believed that there was a vein in that fourth finger which connected directly to your heart. And so if you wore it on your fourth finger, then it was a symbol of the union. However, I am sure that even though we have all believed this for many, many years, I am sure that many of us have also discovered that there are veins in all of your 10 fingers that lead directly to your heart. And so at any point, if for whatever reason you cannot wear your wedding bands on your fourth finger of your left hand and you have to wear it anywhere else, please do not panic. It's perfectly fine to wear your wedding bands on any other finger. The third myth or misconception is that wearing white on your wedding day is a sign of purity. And I hate to be the one to break it to you guys, but wearing white on your wedding day has nothing to do with purity. In fact, it's a tradition that was started by Queen Victoria in 1840 when she decided that she wanted to wear a white wedding gown on her wedding day. But it was a tradition that brides would wear whatever was their best outfit on their wedding day, and she chose to wear white. And in fact, in the Indian and Chinese cultures, they still wear red. So white has nothing to do with purity. It's something that we've adapted in modern times and given a meaning to, but it is just a fashion statement which was started by Queen Victoria. The fourth myth or misconception is that rain or bad weather on your wedding day is a sign of bad luck. And in fact, many Ghanaians believe that when it rains on your wedding day, that somehow there is something wrong, the universe doesn't agree with your union. But rain on your wedding day traditionally is actually seen as good luck, because rain was seen as a sign of fertility and as a sign of cleansing. Myth number 5 is that seeing each other before the ceremony brings bad luck. This is another myth that has been going around for many, many years. In fact, in the past, the only reason why the bride was not allowed to see the groom, or the groom was not allowed to see the bride before the ceremony, is that in the past, weddings were business transactions. And so the wedding between the bride and the groom would have been an arranged marriage where they did not know each other. And the fear was that if they saw each other before the ceremony, they might somehow change their minds and opt out of the wedding ceremony. So that's the only reason why you were not allowed to see each other before the ceremony. But now that we are all choosing our own partners, there is no reason why you cannot have a first look. And it certainly will not bring any bad omens to your marriage. The third thing I want to talk about is the difference in cost. I get a lot of people asking me, is the Ghanaian traditional wedding any cheaper than the white wedding? Unfortunately, if you're getting married at home with the same number of guests, there's very little difference in cost between the Ghanaian traditional marriage and the white wedding, because all of the costs surrounding the two ceremonies are near same. And so, unfortunately, there's no difference, guys, if you are having a Ghanaian traditional wedding or a white wedding. One of the questions I get a lot as well is, can I opt for one of the ceremonies and not the other? And the answer is yes and no. So if you're getting married to a Ghanaian woman, it is perfectly okay to do the Ghanaian traditional wedding and not do anything else, because the Ghanaian traditional wedding is the two of you legally fully married. However, inside of our customs and traditions, very rarely will you be allowed to do a white wedding and not the Ghanaian traditional wedding. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you have learned something new. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up and comment. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know if you've learned something new today and what that was. And please do subscribe as well, because I'll be sharing a lot more about weddings here in Ghana. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again, same time next week. Bye-bye.